Welcome to OneNorthStar's viewpoint on the outlook for the capital markets. The capital markets have been on a tear over the past many weeks as we record this in the first week of December 23. People say that this is, fuel because of the the Federal Reserve saying particular things about interest rate cycles coming down, coming to an end. It's some sort of liquidity event that's happening, which is driving the market, it's going to break at any time. The wall of fear, the wall of worry is going to come cascading down and wash away all these gains. That's some of the many things that I hear as I have my conversations with all my members of OneNorthStar. We recognize the fear, right? The challenge always is to understand the fear and question it in the appropriate framework as to why if it's a real one, or if it's one of those fears which sort of prevents us from making positive headway in the market. And as we look at some of these current fears today, and we can talk about them in great detail in a different video, but for example, the debt ceiling. We're going to have a default. We're not going to raise the ceiling. That's one. Two, the elections are going to be all over the place, and we don't know if it's going to be on time, who the contestants are. So that's the second one. The third one is, hey, cash and treasuries are so highly priced that the ability to be in the capital markets is going to get squeezed because people are going to put money in the cash or in treasuries. Or for example, nobody's going to buy a treasury and they're going to become very expensive, and our debt's not going to get refinanced. So you have all these fears morphing around and sort of changing shape in one way or the other, in one different format or the other. If it's not the debt ceiling, then it's something else. If it's that something else, then it's something else, and so on and so forth. What it basically tells all of us is that for now, the bull market has a lot of runway, and for that, the reason is very simple. We can talk about fundamentals and we can talk about valuations, but the fundamental fact is that sentiment still is very weak. Positive sentiment is still very weak. Let me repeat that one more time. Sentiment to the upside is not a typical flavor of the month. People expect downside more than they expect upside, and they're ready to sell at the first hint of trouble. And so for us sitting here, that's a great thing because it tells us that the bull market still has legs. It still has the ability to keep pushing forward through this wall of worry, which people keep talking about. And for us, looking into 24, and we'll talk about the outlook of 2024 in a coming video in the coming week. For us, that's a very positive thing. So look forward to continued gains is our expectation in the stock market, in the capital market. Just because euphoria, which is where we get worried as stock buyers, is somewhat relatively far away. Now, does that mean it's going to be a smooth ride up? Absolutely not. There's going to be definitely some speed bumps that will happen, and we have to manage accordingly. But we expect a more upward trajectory continuing despite the wall of worry that people still talk about. I hope this was of usefulness to you. Feel free to drop us a line, have a conversation with us about something unique to you, and we look forward to a continued interaction.